Hi, and welcome to Couple of Expats, the channel where we talk about studying, working, and living in Finland. If you're newer to our channel, my name is Mega and I am an Indian immigrant living in Finland. You've clicked on this video so you know that in this video we are covering all of the nitty-gritty information about establishing a business in Finland. This is a bit of a broad topic, so we will be covering it in 3 parts. In this part, we are covering what kind of company should you start, how do you create a business plan, and the third is what kind of financial planning do you need to be on top of as an entrepreneur. Now, this video series is going to be packed with information, so I highly recommend having a pen and paper, and let's get started. Before we dive into today's topic, I'd like to tell you that this video is brought to you in collaboration with Talent Boost and Business Turku. Their invaluable support has helped us bring this important information to you. So you want to establish your own business. Congratulations! That itself deserves a round of applause for making such a big life decision.
A big round of applause!
But now it's time to make some important decisions, such as what kind of company should you establish. So to answer this big question, you might want to answer some smaller questions. For example, what is the size of your business? How many owners would the business involve? And what is the amount of capital that is going to go into the business? The first type is called private trader, and it is one of the most popular ways to establish a business. As a private trader, you make all the decisions and you are responsible for the company's commitments. This is one of the easiest and most popular ways to start a business, especially for solo entrepreneurs. A limited liability company can either be private or public. A limited liability company can be started alone or with other shareholders. You might be familiar with already many limited liability companies. Private limited liability companies usually have OU at the end of the name. So think of all of the businesses that you've heard with OU, and those are private limited liability companies, whereas public limited liability companies are listed on the stock market. A cooperative is a type of company that can be established by one person or several people. It acts on a cooperative basis where each individual has one vote, and then the profits are distributed among the members. In a general partnership, there are at least 2 individuals who sign a partnership agreement, and then they share equal status as well as company responsibility. Limited partnership is quite similar in nature, but the only difference is there's usually at least one partner whose liability is limited to their investment. I wonder what type of company would be right for us. Well, another option would be light entrepreneurship for those who want to test their business idea or they're selling their products and services on an occasional basis. But at the same time, I think private trader would be really good for someone who is starting their business for the first time, is a solo entrepreneur, or is looking to establish a small business. That does sound reasonable. What's next in establishing a business in Finland? You have a business idea and you've decided on what type of company is right for you. So the next step would be to form a business plan. Now, a solid business plan outlines what is your business idea, and it also explains both to yourself and others how to make this business profitable. So let's start with when and why do you need a business plan to start with. So a business plan is very, very necessary whenever you are going to apply for grants, funding, basically in the early stage of your business. And what it does is it helps to explain how well prepared you are, how much research you have put into your business idea, and the feasibility of your business idea. A business plan typically includes company information, a problem and solution outline, a SWOT analysis, descriptions of products and services, customer and market analysis, competitor analysis, sales and marketing strategies, business goals, risk management, financial management, and contracts. If you're not sure where to start, that's perfectly understandable. What you can do is search for lean canvas templates online. There are plenty of free options. And when you are working on your business plan, try to make sure that you personalize it to your own idea and try to be as clear and simple as possible so anyone who is reading it can understand. To start a business, you need, guess what? Money. I need money. So in this chapter, we're talking about securing initial funding. So for this, one can choose to use their own savings, assets. They can also apply to banks or other financial institutions, for example, Finvera. Another route that many startups decide to go down is to apply for grants that do not need to be repaid. And another option that is out there is to go for business angels or try to secure a venture capitalist. You'll also need to make important decisions about your pricing. Before you can make that decision, you need to factor in costs that you have to take into account. For example, the cost of raw materials, the cost of insurance, permits, subscriptions, software, manufacturing costs. It really depends on your business, but there are a lot of costs that you need to factor in. And don't forget value-added tax, which is paid by the end customer. Value-added tax should be included in the price if you're selling products or services in Finland. Now, the VAT just went up from 24% to 25.5%. Now, pricing can be a tough aspect, especially for a first-time entrepreneur, and it ties closely to your sales margin. You'll also need to consider other important calculations like profitability analysis, sales volume projections, cash flow statements, and financing statements. A good self-exercise would be to calculate these numbers while you're watching this video series, and at the end of the series to revisit the question of how to price your products. Let's check if you've been paying attention.
You want to start a solo business with full control and minimal costs. Which company type should you choose? Private trader. You and a partner want to share equal responsibility in running the business. Which company type fits best? A general partnership. Your business is growing and you want to list it on the stock market to attract public investment. Which type of company allows for this? Public LLC is the way to go. You're looking to join a group of entrepreneurs where every member has an equal vote. Which company structure should you choose? Cooperative is the right answer if you've chosen B.
That was a lot of information to process. It really was. But at the same time, it gave me a lot to think about. And starting a business in Finland is actually a bit easier than I thought it would be because the steps are so clearly defined. True. Though I imagine setting up a business has its challenges in any country, especially as a foreigner. And that's a wrap for part 1 of this video series, but we are far from being done with this topic, so stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to cover taxation, insurance, grants, and unemployment security. If you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel about life in Finland, and see you next time.